So wait, you worked here for like at 30 Rock at SNL for, was it a year?
Yeah,
like
for a year I wrote for SNL.
I hear this is the most fun story, that you kind of slightly embarrassed yourself at an after thing.
I mean,
this is my
pretty much
favorite thing
everyone,
that I've heard anyone say to a celebrity.
Okay,
Oh my
so
gosh.
I had some alcohol, and as you do, and Kesha was the musical guest, and I saw her on the dance floor, and I gathered confidence, and I ran up to her, and right when like the beat dropped, I grabbed her hand, and I raised it to the sky, and I said, "We're gonna live forever."
Actually, my favorite thing ever.
I made her a promise that day
straight
that
up
I
from the movie.
cannot keep.
I was like, oh my God. I know that we've all been that kind of, it's like that kind of tipsy you get to when you're like, I love you.
Yeah.
It's like that same thing.
But you take it to another level,
Yeah.
which is we are now immortal.
You're like, as you say it, you're like, I've crossed a line.
Yes.
And I can't take it back.
I can't take it back.
Yeah.
What did she do?
She was like,
Was she into it?
I feel
Was
like she's Kesha. She was
I
like,
like
hell yeah.
yeah, I think she was probably into it. And then I left
sweet.
there and was like, well, no one's going to know about that. And then Monday morning, Seth Meyers was our head writer. And he was like, Jillian, I heard you promise Kesha something. And I was like, I'm so glad you brought it up.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So
You
that
were
was
drunk enough that you thought you were like Kesha level rocking.
Yes.
As a writer, I
Yes.
love it.
Yes.
I love it.
As a writer.
Has anyone
that
ever
level
done that
of,
to you?
Like, embarrass themselves? Well,
like, grabbed your hand and been like,
oh. People
can
do
you
a lot
do
of
it? Will you
crazy
do it,
things.
Kelly?
That
Will
people
you do
a
it
lot-
to-
No,
Just
I'll
see
do
what
it
it
with
felt
you.
like.
Watch
Ready?
this.
Like, we're gonna live forever!
I'm the girl who did it. I believe you. By the way, though, I don't know if I don't get embarrassed. I should, but I don't
love
get
that about
embarrassed.
you.
Have you ever gotten embarrassed in front of?
I just went to this gifting suite this was very recent.
You went to a what?
So it's like sometimes you can go to these little suites and they'll give you little samples of things.
Oh, okay.
Samples of products to try maybe.
Okay.
So they bring me into this suite and the man who brought me in introduced me immediately to another man who was standing there. And I don't know, he was backlit and holding a bunch of things. I'm also gonna blame that my daughter was in a sleep regression. I haven't been sleeping a lot.
Yeah.
I thanked this man for having me. I said, thank you so much for having me. This is so wonderful. The products are so beautiful. Oh no. 1 second later, he leaves. Everyone goes, thanks for stopping by, Richard. It was Richard Gadd from Baby Reindeer.
And you.
I thank him for having me.
Oh.
I have since seen him. Because then they won the Golden Globe. So I saw him afterwards at the Golden Globes party after his big win. And he's the kindest, sweetest, most wonderful man.
Really?
But it was mortifying. Yeah.